Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 19. I had completely forgotten that I'd taken this contract, so yeah, last episode I buggered around doing this and doing that, and on and on and on. I'm just glad I didn't forget about it and start switching to the next day, because I was just about ready to go, well, you know, it's getting on the day here and blah blah blah, but yeah, I remembered I did have some other responsibilities, so here we go. But I'm not going to spend an entire episode doing this contract. I think going up and down the cotton rows would be, well, it's almost more than I can take. I can only imagine how it would make you guys feel. So I thought instead, as it is the very last day of 2020, and I'm sure universally there is a gigantic sigh of relief, things are looking up for 2021, I think, at this point. You know, most countries over the period of the next 6 months will be getting everybody dosed up. So that should hopefully get rid of our biggest concern of 2020 that's come up and bitten us all. And, well, I hope that goes well. You know, I hope it's not one of these deals where they discover 3 months down the road that, guess what? This isn't quite what we expected. But we'll see. We will see. Of course, the big financial fallout is not going to end for quite a while for a lot of people, unfortunately. Yeah, don't know what to really cover on that subject, other than, whoops, as I have stated a few times here, come the end of the month, which is only a day away, I'm going to, as soon as I find the button to push, cancel my Patreon. So again, I do appreciate everybody that has been so helpful over the last, well, year or however long it's been. But time to put things into a little bit of perspective. YouTube has gone completely off the deep end with advertising. Now, luckily, at least current videos, I can control that to a tiny little degree. Shy of just deciding I don't want to make anything for my videos, which I'm not quite ready to do yet. Giving up Patreon means I'll be relying on views and YouTube in a much more honest way, because I won't have that little buffer. So, unfortunately, any videos that were posted before they gave us a little bit of control, which wasn't that long ago, they have, just as they are doing to new channels who don't even qualify for monetization, basically just blasting the doors wide open to advertisement. So, yeah. Not great. But yeah, I am going to continue with YouTube. I had kind of considered just plain packing it in, but, well, I'll limit what I can without completely just, like I said, making it so my earnings are zero on YouTube. Although I suppose for the views I get, that's probably pretty close to what I deserve. However, on a brighter note, I am closer to 4,000 subs than I've ever been. And although it's been bouncing up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down for like the last month, just kind of teasing me towards that number, hopefully early in the new year we will achieve that. As I said before, quite a long time ago, my initial ultimate goal with YouTube was, and this started, unfortunately, more years ago than I care to admit, just simply to reach 10,000 subs. You know, that's kind of the minimal milestone that YouTube puts down, and yeah, who knows? maybe 2028 will be just the year for it. I don't know. At any rate, though, beyond that, I sure do appreciate all of you that have supported me over the last... Like I said, it's been, I think, wow, maybe 2015 I started making videos. So it's been a while. It's been a long struggle. But as far as struggles go, most of the time, it's been pretty enjoyable. You know, a lot of my viewers are just super, super decent folk. Always there to help out in a pinch, you know. It seems whenever I reach that bottom of the barrel feeling and go, why do I bother to do this every day? You know, one of them pops on with some great comment or, you know, something like that, and things just seem to be better for a bit. So, super big shout out to all of you. You know, especially to have struggled through with me in a year like this has been. Just, again, awesome. And I look forward to your continued support. As I say, it may not be a financial support any longer, but those comments, things like that, really help. Speaking of... Oh, excuse me. A bit of coffee didn't quite go down the right way. Speaking of comments, I would like to once again remind you, since this seems to be an incurable plague as well, please don't click any of those links from what are obviously, you know, not viewers, but am I missing a row? Please tell me I didn't just miss a bunch. I didn't. Sweet. You know, those people who are obviously not real viewers, they're just simply clickbaiting something in there. Some of the sites those places will lead you to will cost you your computer. You know, unless you like paying ransomware. I mean, that's... I just feel like I'm missing that outer row, man. I have set up the filters and done everything I can to eliminate them being, you know, constantly bombarding my site, but shy of just literally every couple of hours going into YouTube and, you know, looking at my comments and going, report, yes, delete, report, yes, delete, report, to every single one of them, I can't get ahead of it. And, I mean, that's a small channel like mine. I can only imagine if they're targeting some of the larger channels, how many overall comments. Because, I kid you not, I'm getting anywhere between half a dozen and 10 a day. Every single freaking day. You know. Be my boyfriend, I like that. Do you? Blah, blah, blah. Well, you guys have seen them. A couple of you have even commented on them. And, yeah. At the moment, they seem to be my biggest following. Which sucks, because they're also useless, annoying crap, basically. Forgive my English, but yeah, they are crap. Oh, I did miss part of a row, I think, up there. Oopsie. Yeah. So, yeah, again, guys, for... You know, just keep your hand away from your mouse if it even is anywhere near any of those things in case you accidentally click one. I mean, some of them are just, you know, links to pop-ups and porn sites. Now, I haven't clicked any of them myself, but there has been a few videos about them. Although, why you'd need to do that to lure someone to a porn site? I mean, does the internet really not have enough free porn yet? Okay. That's news to me, and I'm sure most of the rest of the world. But as I say, some of them are just stupidly more severe. You know, where all of a sudden you're going to log into your computer and get just a pop-up saying, hey, if you'd ever like to access your files again, send us 30 bitcoins, care of we're a stupid bunch of morons.com. And yeah, you're basically completely locked out of your machine until you either pay them or completely wipe your drives. So, either way, not pleasant options. Although, I'll tell you, my personal, I would say, look out, dude, thank you. Whew. I'm glad he was being nice, because that could have ended badly. Yeah, in my case, I would just simply wipe my drives and start all of these lovely series again. Not so easy for some people. So beyond that, yeah, here I said I wasn't going to make a whole episode of me doing this cotton field, but we're 10 minutes in. So I suppose this is basically my New Year's vlog, or my end of 2020 vlog. There was a lot of interesting games released. We got to try a lot of unfinished content, shall we say. Some of it, yeah, almost indescribably bad, and some of it quite good, you know. We got games like The Infected, which shows a lot of promise. As soon as the developers hear that popping sound, then hopefully they'll do things like realize that foxes are not the most lethal predators on the planet. Having any sort of enemy respawn with, you know, only a minute or two gap might be good in a first-person shooter or an MMO, but in a survival game, no. It's just not a good practice. So I think once a bit of rebalancing and such, I think that's going to be a pretty good game. We got Medieval Dynasty, not a bad release for, you know, obviously a sort of a series that's being milked a little bit. You know, Farmer's Dynasty was a neat idea, although I didn't really like the social skills thing. You know, I shouldn't need 17,000 social points to hire a worker. You know, let's face it, in real life, all you need is a pocket full of money. So that kind of turned me off it. The Lumberjack Simulator, just watching other people's reviews of it. Now, I did actually purchase that game, and then I refunded it. One, like I said, from watching people's views that were further ahead in the game and realizing just what was there to offer. And the second being that they still had bugs from their Farmer's Dynasty that had crept into that game and hadn't been dealt with. And since they were never dealt with in Farmer's Dynasty, things like the controller bug, where if you have any controllers plugged in, you'll just end up with issue after issue after issue. But yeah, there's been, you know, a number of neat releases. And of course, there's been some that were just plain not so neat, you know, like that. Well, two games come to mind with very similar titles. Trials of Wilderness, which, again, most needed bug fixes and balance patches. Two games like just plain Wilderness, which I featured the other day, which just doesn't really have any game mechanics to patch. Yeah. So we've had our share of ups and downs, you know. Some really good indie stuff coming out. As for the AAA titles, I don't know. I believe, well, probably Fallout 76 is the only one I actually purchased. And I only purchased that because it was super cheap. I'd love to play Red Dead Redemption 2, but, you know, when their best deal still puts it at $60 Canadian, I don't think so. Beyond that, well, what's going with my channel besides getting rid of Patreon? I'd like to do a little bit more outdoor stuff. Now, I know I said I wanted to do more of that last year. Unfortunately, well, my physical issues with my legs and such really have prevented it. A combination of that and some of the places I wouldn't have had to rely so much on walking aren't accessible because of, well, you know, the whole, well, thing that's going on in the world, right? Yeah. But with any luck at all, I should be getting a fairly decent e-scooter at some point here in the early new year. And you should give me a chance to put all them fancy little GoPro clone cameras and such that I have to use. If nothing else, to get out there and show folks a little bit of the part of beautiful BC that I live in. So I would be loving to do that. I know my buddy Driz every once in a while posts videos, and as much as I enjoy his farm sim videos and racing videos and such, the ones I really like are when, he's out doing his job, which happens to be driving commercial truck, and just shows us a little bit of the world he lives in. It's just outstanding. Just outstanding. And I'd kind of like to do a little of the same. And yeah, buddy, I did watch your little view from your truck there, and I sure hope things are going well for you. You didn't sound too happy. But at any rate, that's hopefully in the works. I had actually thought I'd be able to get a little bit of it done this year, but unfortunately, a box that's, 3 feet long and weighs 40 pounds disappeared in the mail. Yeah, I don't know. I think the original GoTrax Elite that I ordered is probably under somebody else's butt, zipping up and down a street somewhere. I'm thinking in Richmond, BC, to be honest with you, because it seemed to disappear from the sorting facility there, along with pretty much everything else I ordered in December, to be honest. So, yeah. But, I mean, small items I can understand, and some of them may still show up. Like I've been trying to put a security system into my apartment, but I have the cameras now. Unfortunately, the mini SD cards or micro SD cards that I need for them, our local Staples sells them, but they're expensive as heck, whereas I can get them on Amazon, a pack of 5 for what I would pay for 2 here locally. And, well, those are lost in the mail. So, although I eventually got the cameras, I can't run them until I get the cards to put in them. So, just things like that. But, I mean, this is, as far as I know, the first time in history that Canada Post has had to deal with not only probably the biggest amount of online deliveries they've ever needed to make, but also, staff shortages and all of the other things that come with the, the human malware that seems to be afflicting our property here. So, we'll see what happens. And hopefully, like I say, early into the new year, we should get a little bit more outdoorsy things getting done. So, there's that to look forward to. And yes, I have almost finished this particular job. In fact, I should probably check and see what it says for percentage. There should be a trailer and tractor waiting for us. Now, it was also suggested that if there is any other cotton harvesting jobs, to take those, because you can keep the same equipment so you don't end up having to pay the penalty for leasing it. Unfortunately, I had to look through the missions here, and at least for today, there doesn't seem to be any. Which, I gotta be honest with you, the fact that there's cotton at all on an Alpine map. Now, I've always been under the impression that, the reason we don't grow cotton in Canada, we don't get a long enough growing season. And cotton does not have much in the way of frost resistance or any other real resistances. So, yeah. Not great. So when we get to the end of this row, I guess what they'd like us to do is go and grab the trailer, and I should check this here and make sure, oops, wrong one, that our contract is coming along. Yeah, 81%. Okay. But I think I'd probably also be able to just simply drive to the spinnery in this thing and unload the bale onto the trigger. I don't really know why I need to fuss about with that other stuff. And unfortunately, being cotton, it's not one of those ones where I could simply go sell the first trailer load and, you know, keep doing that sort of thing until we hit the 100% and then go collect the rest of it for myself. Yeah. Not a thing. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so he wants us to deliver it to the, oops, wrong button, the spinnery. Not what I meant to make, there we go. Yes, take the product to the spinnery. Okie dokie, dicky dog. The spinnery is right beside the market. So, dang, this thing goes pretty good. Ooh, 25k. It's faster than that guy. See, I think we'll do that. Let's just drive it back there. It's just right there. That big building with the red on the roof. I think it's right behind it. Or beside it. I suppose, depending where you are in the world. You could have gone around just a little bit, you know that? Is there somebody waddling along behind us? Nope. We're good. Yeah, we just need to get right there, so... I figure this has got to be a little easier than doing it the other way. Of course, watch, it'll be such a tight space we won't be able to get this thing in there and actually unload it. That would suck. But we'll see. Oh, look at that. Nice. Spun it like a top. Okay, come on, no train. No train. Oh, we got a huge wide open area to unload this in. Look at that. Man. Not gonna be an issue? Not at all. Okay, that should do it. which one is unload? Unload unfinished bale. Why? No, I'm not asking why. That's the button you press. Deep, deep, deep. Okay, are you waiting for more input from me? Or did it sell it already? There doesn't appear to be anything in there, so... There's nothing in there, man. Is there another... Well, guess what? I do believe... Yep, that screwed our mission. Huh. Yep, that screwed our mission. Wow, really, eh? Yep. You need to deliver the cotton to the spinnery. Well, we did that. Gave us 98%. Not only that, but they just charged us $12,000 for the missing crops. How can he possibly? Oh, it's all back. And yeah, that cost us almost all of our money. Wow. Well, I'll tell you, that's just a bleeding typical great way to end this year, isn't it? It just fits so well. Oh, well. There you go, guys. I'm gonna call it there. I can't think of how I could possibly lose more money, to be honest with you. But there you go. There's everything we've made so far on this map just got lost. And we didn't get to finish the mission, so none of that counted. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah. You're on your way to sell these, aren't you? Yep. Okay. Well, with that, I guess I wish you all a happy new year. Hope that everything goes well. That you're successful, happy, and stay healthy. And we'll see you here in 2021. So take care of each other, folks. And yeah, I'm going to drive right through the middle of this bugger's cotton field. Take care. Ciao for now.